A wise man once said, part of the journey is the end. But from one Odyssey to the next, our most iconic heroes will begin a new journey and come face to face with their impending doom. A man, a trick, a war. This is the Cinestro Core.
Cinestro Core, the cast, it's your weekly gold mine. Stay tuned in, stay tuned in. They got the beats, got those comic spins. I stay tuned in, stay tuned.
That might be the greatest. That might be the greatest intro of all time, Matthew.
We got Bard Matthew.
That was insane, bro. Holy
all
shit.
I'm gonna say,
Travis Scott, who?
Homer been awfully quiet since I came around. That's all I'm gonna say.
Homer hasn't said shit.
But you know who hasn't been quiet? The internet chatter about this new trailer that just dropped for Avengers Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. So first of all, big shout outs to our boy Luis. Happy birthday. I told y'all I was gonna do something special. So I got on the phone with Kevin Feige, said, Kevo, let me tickle your ear for 5 minutes, bro. It's Luis' birthday. I need you to do something big. He said, don't worry, Slime, I got you. I woke up. I seen the tweet. I said, Kevin, my fucking guy, he came through. So y'all are welcome. Tell
Thanks,
Luis,
man.
thank you. Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't get this Avengers trailer if he wasn't born.
That's
So
right.
show
You're
your
welcome.
respect.
That's
And
right.
speaking of the oh goddamn,
Oh, you're doing so good.
the wine of this of Ithaca in my body right now. Speaking of the Avengers Doomsday trailer, holy crap! Let's start off the rip.
Yeah.
Our feelings, because I know before we
we
even
didn't know
reached this year,
we didn't know this was coming out, right?
No, there was no.
I had no idea.
I knew. I talked to Big Kevo, but
No,
no, there was
right.
no indication that they were dropping a trailer anytime soon. I think going into this, our collective, well, except for like Graham, but our collective feeling of Doomsday was like, no, it's looking a little iffy. It feels like, why are we making this movie right now?
Yeah.
I feel like today is kind of the.
So kinda.
It's still kind of, but a little bit better. You know, a little bit more hopeful.
Oh, Fire's
I
on the
feel
same
like-
boat
I
as
feel
me.
like-
Fire's on the same boat as me.
Yeah, I'm not.
Fuck.
I just watched this trailer.
Let's talk about it. I'll let you go
ago.
first. You have a fresher. You have a fresher.
Yeah, the
perspective.
freshest
Talk
impression.
about it.
I'll talk about it. This movie looks ugly from what we've seen, which is fair. It's a lot of Marvel stuff is recently, except for Wonder Man, which looks incredible.
Mhm.
Because it's
And
wonderful.
the trailers do tend to look worse than the movies.
Yeah.
So I'll say maybe it's going to get better. Maybe some stuff's not done.
Yeah.
But from what we have seen, there's a lot of volume, which, as you know, we don't hate necessarily, but when it's done bad, it's done bad.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
There's a lot of emphasis on the X-Men, which is cool. But how many
Brings
times are we
me to
going to say
Allah.
bye to the Fox X-Men? Is my question. We've
Ooh,
seen
How many,
Magneto
how
die
many times is
couple times.
Professor Xavier gonna
This is
die?
Charles' fourth time if he dies
Yeah.
in this movie.
He's gonna
Yeah.
die again, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, so
He's going to die
that's
again.
weird. Also, we have Doom as the
Mhm.
main villain,
Mhm.
and he's very strong. Who would have guessed? And then who do we have as the new Avengers? 4 people who use guns, and someone who kind of who
Bucky,
teleports, kind of.
Helena.
Aside
Helena.
from Sentry, everyone's weak as shit,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be boring. All they can do is fight the fucking whatever Doom bots he makes. I'm not excited, man. This shit looks fucking lame, boring.
Mm.
I agree with all of what Gerardo's saying, and I said this in the group chat. And so I don't, as to not overpower you, Matthew, like, and I'd be like, so 2 against 1. I will kind
No,
of
trust
like
me. I feel like I'm balanced because I
Let's
have
switch
pros
up
and
on
okay,
day one.
perfect. I also do. I think what I've been feeling about this film stands. I wasn't excited for it. We've talked about many times on previous episodes about how, like a lot rests on this movie's shoulders, and based on the trailer, I don't. It's hard, right? I mean, and we were having this conversation in the group chat. AZ and David, I think, are right on the money when they're saying that normies love this shit. I don't think normies are going to have a problem with this. I think for them, it might make a lot of money and it might be really successful. the question I like to ask is it going to be a good movie?
Mhm.
Probably not. And for a lot of the things I had out of those, I think it looks really fucking ugly. The CG, and again, it's a trailer. They still got 5 months. Who knows? It might look better by the time it comes out, but I just don't. I don't know, man. It seems. I understand that they're getting ready for the next phase, and I understand how important the X-Men are going to be to the MCU moving forward. But it feels like they're just like, "Hey, look, X-Men, we have the rights. Remember? That's why they're in this fucking movie. Look, guys. Hey, we got Doom and we got the fucking X-Men. Remember them? Like, we're really, like, this shit's really happening." And and for me, it just feels like it's too little, too late, right?
And then
It's just
Graham's
like
gonna be at the screen.
it just feels like I don't know, man. Look, one of the only positive things I have to say about this is I do think I know Carol hated it. I think the Doctor Doom accent
Ooh.
is pretty good. Like I think it's sick. I know we doubted Robert Downey Jr. and there's still plenty of game left. We still have to see exactly what he does and
Wait,
and what this interpretation
I didn't doubt him. I said he should be there.
Right. What this interpretation of Doctor Doom is going to be, but just based off, I think just the accent alone, I'm like, okay. It seems like he's at least taking it seriously, right? And it seems to be like, I don't know. I really liked it. I'm excited to see Doom on the big screen, hopefully done well. That's the only thing I'm really looking forward to, because other than that, the stupid, and Graham has this point too, the jackets on the Fantastic Four look fucking stupid.
Stupid as hell. Let me jump in on that one real quick.
Yeah.
So first of all, let's talk about Doom. We've had, I won't say Julian McMahon was a bad interpretation. He was doing what he could with what he was given.
Yeah.
He wasn't horrible. You know who's fucking horrible? And I love Toby Kebbell.
That
shit was ass. That shit was
He's a good call because he doesn't have to talk.
That shit was bad. But then again, that entire movie was bad. There's a reason why we don't discuss Fantastic at length. This is a chance for them to put Doom on the screen the right way. Now, like I said earlier, I love RDJ. I think he's a phenomenal actor. I did not want him in this role because it felt like, hey, we're in a rock and a hard place. Jonathan Majors doing what he did. We gotta kill Kang off. We gotta find a new big bad. And they immediately pivoted to one of the greatest villains in comics, in Marvel Comics history. Comics history, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So this is something that a lot of people are gonna be scrutinizing and analyzing. Like, you gotta be on top of your shit. So I'm like, I know RDJ can bring what is needed for the role. It's just, should we have brought him back? Now, fast forward to today, trailer came out. I heard him talk, and I said, you know what? Yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board with it. That's fine. You brought me around. But the thing that like made me pause a little bit is, like you said, the trailer looks bad. It doesn't look great. Like, it looks very. At one point, it felt like it looked like AI, and I was like,
yes, dude,
bad.
it looks muted and
I think
ugly.
that's more of a problem on like AI being trained a lot on Marvel stuff, but yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
It looks really bad. Like,
and the Steve Rogers cameo, it's like, bro, what was the whole point of having Steve have that ceremonious send off?
Yep.
If we're just gonna have his fucking ass come back, and look,
he's like that guy who visits his high school.
exactly.
Yeah, back in '96, I was all-star QB, man.
And I understand, and I get that there's a rumor going around that people are like, oh, this is Hydra Cap. It's Hydra Cap. It's not the real Cap or whatever. And it's like, oh, fine, okay.
Does that really make it?
That begs the question. Yeah. That pulls a question. Do we really think Marvel's that clever? Or are they just going to drop same Steve Rogers, different time display Steve Rogers, and be like, hey, look, Chris, we need fucking $8 billion. We know you need a job. Come back. Like, let's get you back on screen.
That's the thing. My thing is that I think they will. I think ultimately it is Hydra Cap, and I do think them smart enough to pull that. Whatever. That's a what's it called? The storyline in the it's a storyline in the comics. Like, it's not. I'm not praising them for adapting their fucking comics. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. So it wouldn't surprise me if that turns out to be the case. But it's just kind of like, what's Steve, fucking, what's his name? Chris Evans. That was like supposed to be the end. He wasn't supposed to come back, but
Mhm.
because his career's dog shit and he has terrible taste and terrible agents and does atrocious fucking projects, he's like, you know
the
what?
materialist.
I'm gonna go back to the cash
Hmm.
cow. I'm gonna go back to the cash cow that is the MCU because I know that there at least I'll be loved and respected, and I'll get my $80
And his
million
mortgage will
for
get
this
paid.
fucking movie or whatever. And it's just kind of like, and I get
No
that comics
repossession.
do that. Comics do that all the time, right? And bring characters back and different versions of characters. But it's like, this isn't comics, brother. This is real life, and this is like one cohesive storyline. And it's like people grow old, and it's like, I don't know, man. It just seems like a cop out, and it's just so annoying and
It
frustrating.
feels cheap.
And
It feels
that's the
cheap.
thing about the MCU and honestly DCU, any comic universe. There's so many variants and resets. If you really want to bring back Captain America, first of all, we still have Sam running around. What do
Who?
we need Steve for? The
Who?
Blackton America.
You
You know
mean
what I'm saying?
Falcon?
Nah, this is, you know what I'm saying? Blackton America,
Yeah.
Negro superhero. We still got Sam in here. Like, why are we not late? I feel like he's not being given a chance to be Captain America and lead a team.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, we need Steve back. We need Cap. No, bro. And if you really want to bring Steve Rogers back into the fold, you can always recast. You can always do, hey, this is Earth 68214, and this is a different actor who's playing. I don't know, whatever. But back to the trailer, like seeing the different like sets and different areas that we're in. We see them. I'm guessing in the Void, the Wakandans with the Talokani people and the Fantastic Four. A scene that should be like, holy shit, we're finally bridging these characters together. It looks rough, but it's cool to see them on the screen together. First, disrespected my boy Namor. They took off his swag. They took his aura off. They say he was too cold. Your smoke too tough. Your bitch too bad. They'll kill you.
Yeah.
They had to dial it down. They said, nah, bro. Put him in a black outfit. Also, I know it's because they're gonna sell some fucking skins on Marvel Rivals.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Marvel Rival skin's about to go crazy for next season, brother.
And then, but the main focus of this trailer, I feel like for me, obviously Doom, but the X-Men and Thor. Now, the X-Men, we've seen much maligned over the years. There's some bright spots like X-Men First Class, Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
I'll give them, Logan. I'll kind of give them the Wolverine because that shit was kind of fun. That shit was great.
Yeah.
I liked it. I'm big on Japanese things. But otherwise, everything else is like, bro, they failed adapting several different comics. They had failed the Dark Phoenix comic, the Phoenix Saga. What did we talk about the other day? God Loves, Man Kills. They butcher so many different storylines on the screen for the X-Men. This is their chance to really hit that hard reset on the X-Men universe on screen. So obviously, like you said, we're going to see the Foxcast die and get eradicated from whatever, so they can really bring in that younger blood. Like there's a rumor going around that Sadie Sink. My bad. There's a rumor going around that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. I don't believe it, but we shall see next week when we watch Spider-Man. Or sorry, 2 weeks from now. This
is why people are saying that like they're too heavily reliant on nostalgia, right? Like we did grow up on those movies. I do like those movies for what they are. Most of them are bad. Like most of them are not good.
But fun.
Like, and they're like, hey, remember that
you slam a few beers, that shit gonna be good.
Remember that shit you liked when you were a kid, bro?
Remember that guy who grew bullshit out of his wrist?
Yeah.
What if we bring him back? The bald dude in the forest.
The one who was
stalagmites at him.
And look, and I get it,
backflips.
And it's like, again, now that you have the rights, it's like you have to try to like converge these two universes together in as quickly and as effective a way as possible. And so you're like, okay, we'll introduce our version, but in order to do that, we need to kill this old version. But it also help bring in more money if we have them share scenes with the characters that we now have them. Like, I understand, I get it, man. But it's like, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Like the whole Jonathan Majors bullshit, the whole fucking having to pivot from Kang to then Doom, and it's like that really, 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 really did fuck them, right? Long-term planning. And I don't care how smart or how creative like you think that you are, like setting up an entire like saga to fucking conclude with Kang and then having to pivot halfway through or less than halfway
with
through.
No setup.
with no setup. Exactly.
Yeah, there's
you
no
already
lead up to these films.
It's like Doom was never introduced. Now you're forced to pivot halfway through the saga, change an actor, change characters, change villain, change storylines, and it's like
tease them in one movie, retroactively change the fucking prologue to another movie that came out 5 years ago. Like
exactly,
it's so haphazard and
exactly.
It feels
exactly.
very,
and
very
I
like
think
patchwork,
yep.
quilt shit.
Yeah, and I think that affects. I think that's gonna affect the filmmaking going forward. I don't care that they brought back the fucking Russo brothers. I think that is a really big thing to kind of overcome, and it just feels like everything they've done since then just feels like gimmicky, and it's like I don't know. We'll
I think
see.
them bringing the Russos back too is like they know they're back in the corner. This is like, hey, we need calling the big guns. Like say what you want about the Russos.
The big guns, that's crazy, bro.
No, hear me out. Hear me out.
They are good at
the Russos outside the MCU.
Yeah.
Look at them in the MCU. Their track record is undeniable. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I stand to this day. I say that is the best MCU film.
Still pretty good.
Up until like you get your Infinity Wars and Endgame and all that, but that is by far one of the cleanest, most well done MCU films. Of course, they did Endgame, Infinity War. Both of those are great. Talk about Civil War, Captain America: Civil War. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the shit outside of Marvel. We don't talk about Electric State or whatever the hell else. I don't worry about that. But I think Marvel's at a point they're like, we need to bring back that goodwill with the fans and even the those who are a little bit more, not just general audience, like people who actually value some, I guess, better filmmaking for these type of movies. We need to bring that shit back. So like, okay, look, Joe, Anthony, what y'all doing, bro? I know y'all bored making your little Apple TV movies. Come here, let's do some shit. Let's make it happen. So I think, while I think that's a good pull, I feel like the biggest roadblock is like y'all described. Everything feels so rushed. The great thing about Infinity War, and I can even take a step further, take a step way back. The great thing about the first Avengers movies that we had Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, all this leading up to that big team up on screen. So when you see the six of them in that little circling shot, it's like, this is earned. This is well deserved. Yeah. This feels like, hey, we don't know what the fuck to do.
We haven't seen Shang-Chi since his fucking movie.
I know. So seeing him fight Gambit, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I'm like, what? What the fuck is going on?
There should have been at least
Where's
one Shang-Chi film. Wong is over there in Cancun drinking Mai Tais and shit. He ain't doing nothing.
Fucking on,
and they go on vacation. Where's Stephen Strange?
But he's his last vacation with the larger MCU, and he's not going to be in this. Well, I don't know if he's in.
Where's Calypso? I mean,
Clea,
yeah.
Yeah, her and Steven off in fucking Dormammu land getting turned up, drinking Hennessy and wearing black Air Force Ones.
And here's my thing with it, and it's like, this is what I was telling my girlfriend whenever we were watching the trailer, and I was like, what's really frustrating is that I know people go, oh, you keep harping on like how bad it looks, and I was like, but that's a really big deal, especially when you watch stuff like Dune and the Odyssey, which are big budget movies, right?
Insane
blockbusters, which are going to make billions of dollars, right? So it's like when you see filmmakers like Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve and those types of movies be made the way that they're made, is just really frustrating, because you know that it can be done. You can make a movie with care, with love, with respect, that looks good, that has practical sets, that looks real and tangible. Like, you can make these things, but it's like, I don't, and it's like I want more for these characters, and I want more for these movies, because I love this world, I love these characters, I love this shit. And so it's frustrating that they're feeding us fucking garbage and slop, and then expecting us to eat it, because it's like, I know that you can make big budget movies that look good. Dune looks absolutely fucking incredible. The Odyssey looks fucking incredible, and you can do it. And it's like, so it's just frustrating that they don't. That's what really, really, really upsets me about it, because I was like, I would be much more excited if I was like, oh my God, that fucking shot, dude, that looked incredible. You saw when. No, it just looked like they were all fucking CGI'd onto the fucking photoshopped onto this fucking green screen. Yeah, none of the actors are in the same fucking room making the same fucking movie, and it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's the issue I had with Multiverse of Madness, because that's exactly what they were doing. Nobody's in the same room. You can tell people's line delivery like you're talking
There was
to
at
a
least
wall
some
or talking to
set
somebody.
dressing in that movie. It may have sucked
Yeah.
dick, but it wasn't visual. It wasn't a visual
Yeah.
issue.
Sure. Yeah.
Exactly. And like, I'm hoping, like I said, we said this is a trailer. It looks like balls and ass right now. Hopefully, when December comes around, hopefully whenever like October, November comes around, we get that other trailer. Maybe things look a little bit better. Like I'm really wanting, example, that scene of Thor versus Doom. That shit should be making me stand up on my chair. And I was like,
Yeah, I felt nothing.
I was
felt
like,
nothing.
Like I was like, oh shit, they're trying to. Oh look, Doom's a threat. This is the strongest Avenger, a literal god, and he stopped Stormbreaker with 2 fingers. Y'all need to be ready. Like, yeah, that shit was cool. Well, but it looks like butt. Like, please.
Yeah, it looks like butt.
Like, let's make this look good.
When like Marvel Nemesis.
When the Odyssey was announced, and we were itching for that first teaser. And that first teaser came. I'm like, this is gonna be yeah, you were incorrect. The greatest, humble yourself. The greatest fucking director. Like he's up there. He's like top 5. I knew this was about to be. I knew it was about to be a banger. No, hear me.
Anyway, hold on. That's the next part of the conversation. That's the next part.
The point of that statement is that you should be able to at least glimpse this trailer and be like, okay, there's some care. There's some hard work being put into this. It's not like, it's another corporate churn out. We're just trying to make this fucking movie. Oh, like look at. Let me use an example or a more recent one. Supergirl. Need I say more? This is DC. It's supposed to be okay. Look, we're trying to compete with Marvel. We're trying to make our own standalone.
Our own bullshit.
And they're making bullshit. Somebody get these beggars out of here, bro. Please. Like it's so ugly.
Beggars out of here,
these
bro.
Beggars out of my ear, bro. So
Kevin Feige just released a interview saying he feels like a loser and a failure because he didn't make Blade. You should feel like a loser and a failure.
Bro,
you didn't make Blade, and then you give us this fucking slop. You should feel like a loser.
Yeah,
that was retired.
That was a layup. There's no reason why it shouldn't have been made.
That movie that Mahershala Ali and this is a little
the one with
that
movie with
Giancarlo. My mother, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The Tarim Basit, Tarim
Tariq, no?
Tarim Basit, whatever. That movie with the guy who's supposed to make Blade. Him and Mahershala Ali, Blade fell through, so they're like, well, we'll just make our own movie. And it looks fucking incredible.
Phenomenal.
That's what Blade should have been. But yes, you should feel like loser and failure because you fumbled.
You are.
But
and
I don't know, man. Look, just because Graham and AZ aren't on this podcast, so that's why this is so as negative as it is.
Yeah.
Graham and AZ love this trailer. They think it fucking rips. They think the movie's gonna absolutely fuck. And that is and you know what? I
wish I was them.
I wish I was them. Yes, I wish I was as excited for this movie as they are. So it feels a little bit negative because Gerardo, like absolutely not. And Graham and Matt's a little bit more.
I'm trying to see. I see the good things, but like there's a lot of bad things outweighing.
Yeah.
Like
You're
for
a little
me,
bit more tepid about it.
Like I love these comics. I love these characters. I've grown up with this. Like this is important to me, and like seeing it be mishandled is what's frustrating. Yeah. Especially given the track record of the MCU up till the 2020s, you know, everything was very well done. So
and also they were kind of making a little comeback. They got a little better.
This was Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was really good. Thunderbolts was really good.
Thunderbolts was good. Wonder Man was incredible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Brand New Day looks really fucking good, and it's made by who? Dustin Daniel Cretton, who we know has a great track record. Shang-Chi, Wonder Man is incredible.
Wonder Man Fox,
Like we are in a little like pocket of a renaissance, right?
Yeah.
And if this movie fucking sucks,
that's what I said. I've been saying that.
What I said. Yeah.
I've been saying that since day one. And people were like, oh yeah, they're like, I don't think so. I was like, no. If Doomsday sucks, is bad.
Scrap it all.
If your tentpoles don't work, what's the point?
Yeah, if
these are the ones that bring in the casual viewers.
Exactly. If Doomsday is bad, it doesn't matter how good Spider-Man is. It doesn't matter how good X-Men is. And because people are like, what? Fuck this. That shit was ass. I'm not gonna go watch the next fucking. If your Avengers movies are bad, you're fucked.
I'm gonna go watch Sergeant Rock.
Yeah, you can only make so many. You can only make so many Avengers and Spider-Man. You can only make so many Avengers and Spider-Man movies. Those will not hold you over, right? I think they're an infinite money glitch, but eventually people are gonna be like, okay, so like, what? Like,
they're gonna hear from the friends. They're gonna be like, wait, okay, so when's this on Disney Plus? And that's it.
Yeah.
And look, maybe once X-Men comes out, like they'll have an infinite money glitch for the next 10 years because you can make an X-Men movie every 2 to 3 years or whatever, right? So it's like, who gives a fuck at that point? But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not convinced. I need to see more.
I think my biggest worry is still the fact that Doomsday is releasing against Doom 3, the conclusion of a well-done trilogy, also releasing after a Brand New Day, which we already established that's going to be our movie. Like, we're so hyped for it. It looks so fucking good. I watched another trailer earlier. I usually don't, mind you, I don't watch trailers. I tried not to watch trailers. I want to go in with a fresh perspective. I've watched every single Brand New Day trailer because that shit looks so good. Seeing Doomsday like this and knowing that Brand New Day comes out next week, we're gonna have to wait another 4 months until we see these guys on screen. It does not bode well to me. I think that's very irresponsible of Marvel to release it in that order. You know, especially considering that Spider-Man's not even supposed to be in Doom. Why not just drop it in December anyways? Why not drop it separate from all this shit?
I think it's like, and I was telling my girlfriend this too, and she was like, "Well, I don't think it's that big a deal." But I was like, "We're 5 months out, and we're just now getting a trailer. Tickets are just not going up for pre-sale.
Brand New Day,
December.
Brand New Day comes out in like 2 weeks, and it just
literally.
What's going on with that Marvel right now? What's happening?
What's happening,
Kevin? I know you feel like a loser, but what's happening?
And you're right. You should.
Why do you feel like that? What are you doing?
Kevin Feige. I know The Rock tried this shit with Luke Cage or whatever the fuck he was trying to do. Listen to me now. Listen to me now. I am your Blade, whether that is to be Blade or to write or direct. I have this shit on my phone. I've been putting a lot of thought into this because Blade is one of my favorite characters.
There you go.
Listen to me. There's a perfect format to get Blade in the MCU that will bring fans
just remake the first Blade.
That too.
And people would love it. It doesn't matter.
Blood Rave. Have this nigga chase. Anyways, let's not. It's not Blade talk today.
That's not yet. No Blade to that.
Let's speaking of Blades. Let's cut to our ratings, our hype for the Doomsday going forward. I think mine is still sitting at 2.5 to 3. It's not it hasn't moved too far forward. I was very much not hyped for this. Now I'm like I'm dipping my toe in the water. I'm not getting all the way in, but I'm dipping my toe in the water. We'll see what the next trailer holds. We'll see. Of course, the leaks and rumors and theories are all going around on the internet. We'll see about that shit too. But right now, I'm on the fence. I'm sitting on the fence.
I just want to point out, Graham remembered to mention this on the pod that he told everyone from day one that RDJ was going to kill it, and his voice proves it. Everyone looks fucking incredible except for those damn Fantastic Four jackets, which we mentioned.
Which we all agree.
And he said Romaine's Mystique outfit is a mess.
He said Namor looks peak, Cyclops looks peak, and Gambit actually doing some cool shit peak. If only it wasn't Channing Tatum's stupid ass. But, you know, or the actor portraying him, but whatever, you know. But yeah.
I actually like Channing, but I dislike his Gambit.
Mucus mic.
I think Channing's
mute his mic. Sorry.
That's my name, Jeff. You can't disrespect
my name, Jeff.
Exactly. Exactly. You can't say those words and have someone not do the impression. That's
how long I've been waiting for this. Woo! I'm gonna make a name for myself here.
I'm gonna make a name.
I fuck with him. Also, he needs to kill his agents.
You didn't like what was that bullshit he made? Roofman?
Not Rainman. Roofman. Yeah, Roofman.
Rainman's crazy.
Rayman is crazy.
No disrespect Dustin Hoffman this way.
Anyways, what's your rating for it? Maybe on hype meter.
Yeah, hype meter, I'd say around the same as about like 2.5. I am watching Dune Part 3 first.
I'm watching it twice. I'm watching it twice.
And then I'll think about watching this one in standard definition.
Wait, you're not hype for Infinity Vision?
I don't care. Dolby's too loud. Laser is fine for me.
Not loud enough.
So Infinity Vision is essentially every other large format premium screening that's not IMAX.
Just
right?
Dolby. Dolby 40X,
Dolby,
what else?
X40X, XD, all
Yeah,
that
it's all the
bullshit.
same
That's
shit,
not
all the
that's
same
not
shit.
IMAX. Yeah, that's
And
not IMAX.
that part right there goes back to what I said about why not just release this at another time. You're putting yourself in
Because
this
that's a
with
sign
no
of that's a
IMAX
sign of
screens.
that's a sign of weakness, Matt.
They don't want to
If
get
Di-
hit.
If
Getting
Disney was
These
like,
niggas did not
Indeed.
read the Art of War. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Matt, I know, but
People like me
if
got strategy.
I don't think
bro.
Kevin
if
can read.
Marvel was like, we're moving Doomsday, that admits defeat.
It does
You've
look
admitted
bad.
that we're washed.
Hey,
We can't
sometimes,
compete with
hey,
Dune.
They gotta charge it to the game. They should know.
Nah, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that.
They saw the slate. They said,
Is
"Look,
Marvel
we're
the
gonna do Doom 3."
is Marvel the Argentina of movies? Y'all
Right now, yeah.
Chat, let us know. But also, I think it's also indicative of the fact that they had to invent Infinity Vision is kind of indicative of the fact that they no longer have that. They don't have that that leverage,
discovered
right?
America.
Because Dune and Warner Brothers and Villeneuve were like, we're not moving, and we're gonna keep a hold of all the IMAX screens. Fuck you.
Mhm.
And Disney couldn't.
No, because last time Dune
strong arm them to do it. Yeah,
Dune got pushed out.
But I'm saying they no longer have the leverage to do it. Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
I know. That's tough.
They
That's
said, "I'm
that's
sorry,
I didn't
bro.
even think of that. That's so fucking
Said,
embarrassing.
Yeah.
fault. My
It's
fault,
tough.
big bro. I didn't mean to."
because they could not move. Dune's like, I'm not moving. Warner Bros. Is like, we're not fucking moving. And guess what? We're not giving up our IMAX screens either. And what did Disney say? Okay. Fine, that's okay. Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, I didn't need it anyway.
I didn't
And
need
they
it.
probably will make tons
A
and
billy.
tons of money.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, like
What matters is this movie gonna be good? I don't think so.
I don't know.
But,
What'd you say your hype meter was? Did you say? Sorry,
I
did I
think
cut you off?
2.5. Yeah, I'm more excited to rewatch Community than watch this. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, same. I would say my hype meter is probably like a 2.5. I mean, it's whatever. We'll see. I need to see more, and then even then, I'll probably be like, I need to watch a fucking movie before I can make a final assessment.
Mhm.
But yeah,
last glaze from me before we move on. I am hyped to see, like I said, I know we already said it, but I'm hyped to see the Foxman in this light because I like the costume. I like Cyclops costume. That shit means something
Cyclops
to me.
looks
The
sick.
only
He
costume
looks
that's
thick
good.
as fuck. Even Professor, I know he's just wearing a jacket with an X on it, but I'm like, that's better than wearing.
no, Cyclops looks
the whole
looks
time.
fucking disgusting.
He
Cyclops looks
is
incredible.
crazy.
Yeah,
He's
that must be
crazy.
going hard. It looks like
What do you mean? Nah, he in the
No.
gym for that.
James
He in the
Marsden-
gym
Yeah,
for
James
that.
Marsden on that trend,
James
bro.
Marsden in the
Is
gym.
he?
That's James
Yeah.
Trends did
He looks
right
like
now,
a muscle
bro.
suit.
No, bro.
He's
James
so,
Marsden
he's
did the
so
work.
jacked. He looks like a muscle suit. Never mind. I retract all my statements.
Yeah,
James
bro.
Marsden
You
put in the
gotta
work,
respect
bro.
game.
Come
You gotta
on now.
respect ball like that.
He
was
said,
working
y'all
himself
think
out.
Hugh Jackman, the other motherfucker, that could get swole for his comeback?
He
Bet.
said,
He said, "I'm
Watch
white too."
this.
Watch.
Watch it, and younger, and hotter, and more talented. Oh, I've seen Hairspray. That's a real
Hey,
singer
hey.
right there.
No, I've
That's
seen
a real
Enchanted.
singer right there.
I've seen
I've seen
Enchanted.
Enchanted too. Yeah. The fuck
I've
were we
been
actually?
dreaming
Wait,
of a true love's kiss.
kiss.
And then
Bro,
how would you sing that?
I've been dreaming of a true love's
No, not enough
kiss.
vibrato. He'd be like,
Yeah.
I've been dreaming of a
You have to like
true.
be secretly gay. You have to throw it in.
Anyway, Doomsday's gonna suck dick. I'm mad as fuck. I have a bet with David from our friend
Backstage
from
XP.
Backstage Experience that I don't think Doomsday is gonna make more money than the Odyssey, and I'll stand by it. I don't. I think everyone's really excited for the Odyssey. It's making a bunch of money, and
This-
It is sold the fuck
and
out.
we understand that real cinema is back, and no one gives a fuck about this slop. And I think, art, just like how football won, real football won, real cinema gonna win too. And I don't think we'll let this slop beat us. So
and
Only
speaking
time I'll
of
ever see this
real-
in my life. Shout out Spain. Savor it.
as a fellow,
because it'll never happen again.
Never.
Yeah, enjoy that last little World Cup. Enjoy that last little World Cup, your mom.
Mexico coming.
Next time, baby, we're gonna see y'all we're gonna show you in Morocco, your hometown, boy. Anyways.
We're gonna get Quinones on trend.
before we make our long and arduous journey to another part of the world to watch the
Nice.
World Cup, let's talk about another long, arduous journey to get back home in the Odyssey. I'm on fire today, bro. Somebody,
Yeah, you're killing it, dude.
Cook, bro. Absolutely
Somebody-
cooking.
mm,
Somebody hire him.
mm. I wish, bro. I wish they bro,
Anybody.
Kevin Feige showed up to my house with a truckload of money. I'll write anything. Anyways,
30K a year.
no,
I'll
I'm
take
already making that.
Minus
300
five-
a year.
Minus 5K if your script gets picked up. You taking it? Your name is on there.
What's the residual looking like from when the movie banged?
0.00005%.
What's that of $1 billion?
That's still probably like $1 million. Yeah,
What's that of $1 billion?
$5,000 probably. Yeah.
Hey man,
that's
fuck it.
something. That's something.
You shall
Fuck it.
take it.
No,
All right.
let's talk about
Speaking
the
of
Odyssey.
taking it,
No.
He's got a point. They did take Apollo's cows. No, he's right. Yeah, let's talk about it.
the
The
Odyssey,
Odyssey.
man. The biggest, probably the biggest movie. Arguably
Until
the biggest movie event
Doom.
of the year.
Until
My
Doom,
favorite
yeah.
of the year so far.
I think
Oh,
the
absolutely.
Odyssey is a lot more. I think the barrier of entry, despite all the magic and kind of like the magical elements of it, I think it's a little bit more. The barrier of entry is lower than something like Dune, which is science fiction, and people tend to be kind of resistant to.
Everyone, whether they paid attention or not, knows something about Greek or Roman mythology
Or the Odyssey itself,
or the Odyssey. Well, I was never taught it. I think we should. I should.
But you
think-
knew about the Cyclops.
Yeah,
You knew
but I
about
know
the
the
Sirens.
Cyclops. I knew.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the Sirens. I didn't know how it ended. I didn't know. All I knew was Odysseus's name. That he
Mhm.
went on a journey.
In the Odyssey.
That several names in this movie are the reason why we call people things like mentor. That's all I knew.
Mm.
That's so. This movie
Crazy.
was an almost entirely new experience to me,
Mhm.
and I think that's why I loved it so much. And I think a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, well, you have to read it in high school." You don't. Not in Texas.
Oh no.
It's not
Listen,
anymore.
If
Not
you read
anymore.
it, I think reading it in high school gives you
Mhm.
it gives you that foundation for this film, but you don't really. I mean, if you want to read it before this movie, go for it. I
Oh,
support it.
you should.
Go for it. However, you can watch this film and not know a lick about Greek mythology. And you
Well,
will
I mean,
you'll
it's
be
a
able to
story
understand
that's
it. It's so
it's just one of the
straightforward.
oldest stories of all time. It's the
Mhm.
basis and origin for every other story
The hero's
that ever
journey.
that
The
ever
hero's
came
journey.
afterwards ever. So it's like you're like, if you watch this, you're like, oh, I understand it. Well, yeah, of course you do.
I watched it and I was
Because
like,
it's-
wait.
Star
It's
Wars.
the blueprint for
Dune?
literally everything else that came afterwards.
said,
Exactly.
Hold on.
So, and I think that's and just to start off our conversation, I think that's one of the brilliant
Gem.
things about. I think that's one of the brilliant things about adapting the Odyssey, right? I think
Mhm.
it's a very cool pivot from Christopher, but also the fact that this story is the one that he wanted. Like this is what he wanted to do after his Oscar. The Oppenheimer kind
Iliad
of
next.
ran
Please.
away with everything at the
I'm
Oscars.
gone.
The fact that he was like, I'm going to take this 2,000-year-old story that is the basis for every other,
Let me
story
be
that
Agamemnon.
came out afterwards ever, and just kind of make it because I have these really cool ideas and I grew up with it and it's a passion project and I'm just going to do it. Right. And Christopher Nolan has this ability to kind of bring a lot of people who don't watch movies regularly to the movies, right? Like people love his movies, right? And I think The Dark Knight had a lot to do with that, but it's like, and I think he's using that good grace and that power like to maximum effect. Who the fuck would have thought that a movie about the Odyssey would make $1 billion? And here this one is on track to make $1 billion, So
Yes.
just props to Christopher Nolan for using his blank check to be like, this is what I'm gonna do, and just slapping his big ass dick on the table, and boom, just fucking,
Dong.
yeah, Christopher
That's the
Nolan,
dong.
but
Thick.
but yeah,
Christopher Nolan.
Dongster for
Now
Nolan.
let's
Exactly.
let's discuss the film. I
Mhm.
want to do this without without rehashing the story, only because it's a story that tales all the time. Everyone for the most part knows it. Just to give you a brief Spark Notes, this nigga left to go to war. He won the war. He came back. He tried to come back. He didn't make it. Hence why we have this long journey. Hence why it's called an Odyssey.
Yeah, it takes him 20
you
years to
can't-
get back home, and along those 20 years, he
didn't have
encounters-
Uber.
and that's why you don't use
magical
Waze.
beasts. Yeah, he has a very difficult time getting back home to his family.
Mhm.
Essentially, is what it is. after
It's the
after
the
Cold
origin
War.
of the side quest.
Exactly. Side Quest the
The
movie.
DLC, the DLC.
Side quest
But
origins.
no, not
Side
to
Quest
like
origins. Yeah.
not to like I guess water that story down. There's so much that goes on in Greek mythology in general. There's so much that goes
Mhm.
on, but in this
Yeah.
particular story, there is so much that happens. We go from the beginning of his journey, getting to the Trojan War, looking at all the stuff happening there. I think this movie does what some other films failed to do the right way.
Mhm.
I think this is also like, hey, moving forward, this should be everyone's bar for a Greek mythology based film. I don't want to hear no fucking Clash of Titans. I don't hear none of that shit. No Wrath of Titan. Get Sam Worthington, get your bitch ass out my face. I don't want to hear about it. Percy Jackson, you're okay for now, only because I know it's a children's story. You're all right, but the rest
And
of you niggas,
Alexandria
step it up.
Daddario.
Oh,
And
we
you know
talking
what-
about
you know
that?
Logan Lerman
Yeah.
too.
You know what I was gonna say? I will say the first 30 minutes of this movie are kind of like one of my least favorite parts about it. I just think it's like incredibly expository, like to a point where I'm just like,
Not to me, because I didn't know what was happening.
oh, sure, yeah. I mean, but I'm just like, okay,
Clock it.
like
Clock it,
I get
King.
it. They're
I
setting
will
up the
say-
story. They're setting up this backstory between Odysseus and
Right.
Anne Hathaway's character, like Tom Holland and
Damn, you don't know.
Nelly, Big Nelly.
What's her name? Nelly.
I will say
Penelope.
Tell him
that
Penelope.
opening,
Yeah.
that
Telemachus.
opening,
Telemachus.
that opening he's talking about. I also
Uh-huh.
had the same exact thought
Yeah.
until I, fully sunk
Oh,
into. Listen,
He's
No.
Don't get it
After they
These
kind of
niggas is
set
not
everything
locked in
up
like me.
and like the
After
shit like
then it
pops
flows
off.
evenly.
Yes,
But
I
it
agree.
does feel very. My mom was last in the jungle with him researching spiders. Like it feels very
Don't
like
be-
oh
no,
wow.
No,
No,
not that
No,
bad.
I
It's not
won't
that
take
bad.
it. I won't
it's
take it.
not
Don't do
it's not
that.
it's not
Listen
that
to me.
bad, but a lot
Listen
of
to
the
me.
lines are characters telling themselves things that you feel like these characters would already have and know
Yeah.
established. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
exposition
If
isn't it's delivered fluidly because it's Nolan and he knows how to present the material to where it's palatable, right? But it still comes across at certain lines a little bit too jilted to where you're like, okay, that's clearly just exposition.
I didn't
Yeah.
pick up on
And,
that.
You know,
and
it
look,
kinda-
and
It's
and
a
also,
little bit.
crazy
Look,
statements.
and no, and I think Christopher understands.
Mademoiselle.
Chris, my boy Chris, we go way back. He understands this, and he's like,
Mental
okay,
days.
let's get through this bullshit like quickly. That's why it's only like 30 minutes out of like a 2.5 hour movie or 20 minutes, right?
It's almost a 3 hour
He un-
movie, bro.
He understands. Oh yeah, it's like
Oh.
It is 3 hours. I
And it
just
didn't
got
fi-
back.
hey, l-
So-
let me
so
talk
no,
about real
what-
quick.
what I'm-
It didn't
what I'm
feel
saying-
like 3 hours. That's all
No,
I'm
no,
saying.
it doesn't. But what I'm saying is that he understands
Yep.
this. He's like, okay, we got to establish this story. We got, for people like Gerardo who are like, I don't know the story. He's like, here's what you need to know. Boom, let's start.
What do you mean
So
people
I-
like Gerardo?
So
Mexicans.
Don't talk about my
people
boy
who
that way.
don't read sometimes. It's like it's
I
like
can't focus. I have ADD. Anyway,
so I understand like from a functional standpoint why that was done and like why it has to be told that way. But I was just kind of like, oh, okay, all right, here we go. But I mean, once it starts flowing, it fucking starts flowing.
dripping and
there
cascading.
are at least 4 scenes where I leaned for. No, there's like 8 scenes where I leaned forward in my chair.
dude,
Wait,
Like
dude,
I was
wait,
like,
I looked
wait.
around
oh,
and there
Uh-huh.
was like
everyone was
a
doing
lady
the
over
same
here,
shit, right?
and there was like 2 people. They're like,
Yeah, we were all doing the same shit.
Listen,
I said, hold
I,
on.
I
Listen.
felt at home.
I tried my hardest to enjoy this movie.
Uh-huh.
And it was in the face of pure adversity. There was an elderly couple that was next to me. Like I was here, there was an open seat, and then they were sitting next to each other, and they just kept macking and
Kissing?
talking.
Oh,
Dude, just straight up like old gum to gum, dude. It was fucking horrible. It was like watching 2 leather coats go at it. It was fucking horrible. Miserable experience.
that's when you hit them with that.
Which
Switch
is
them
why I'm
down,
glad
nephew.
the amazing cinematography of this film was able to rope me back in away from the old people cut chair. I did not want to be there, but that movie kept on pulling me back in. I think the
We
first
talk-
scene.
Our boy Hoyt Van Hoytema is on this.
Of course.
I want to. Oh,
one of the
before we talk any like the scenes or like any of the major content,
Mm.
I want to say 2 things. One,
no.
Praise be
I'm
to
an
God.
autistic man who went to go see a Greek mythology movie. Do you realize how euphoric. I feel right now. I got to see Greek
Bro.
Dune, brother. I feel fucking amazing.
Greek Dune is a
It was
disrespect
awesome.
to Dune, but
I left
It-
the
it
theater.
fit-
I said, "Praise be to Zeus, bro." I was on
It,
sacrifice to
it
Poseidon.
really had me wanting to try to see if I could do a pacifist run for like the original God of Wars because I felt bad.
Yeah,
You know, I was like,
gotta
I shouldn't
respect
have
Zeus's
destroyed
law.
Greece if this is
Respect
what they
Zeus's
could
law.
contribute. On God. Because I thought at first that was just like a really cheap substitute narratively for the Golden Rule, but as it grew and wove into the theme, I was like, all right, I like this now. I like the Zeus's law shit. But that's the one thing I was like, this is amazing. So I will say, as a very big stickler for a lot of Greek shit and a lot of historical shit, it does not matter that shit's not historically accurate. It does not matter that the armor designs are not the actual ones that they would have had. The ship designs are different. Everything looks too polished. One of them niggas has fucking veneers. Who cares?
We don't give a
You
fuck.
saw Peak. Be
It's a movie.
grateful. You got art,
Yeah.
you ungrateful bottom bitches. Smile, nigga. Enjoy things. Things are
Can
cool.
we?
Fuck you.
Can we? I think one of the first things I want to talk about because I think it's so important and so
Oh,
vital
and no
to
Safdie.
the success
That was
of
it.
this to the success of this movie is the casting. And it's funny that you mentioned Benny Safdie, but I do think it's really
I
important. I know
was-
whenever I know well, I
Keep
know
the
I
helmet
know
on, King.
I know
Keep the
when
helmet
this
on.
I know when this movie was first announced and they were like
Keep it all on.
Matt Damon's playing Odysseus, and then we saw the teasers and the trailers, and everyone's doing like American accents. I was like, okay. I was like, and look, and that's a me problem because there's no reason why I should think
want
that
a
a British
British accent.
accent works more. Yeah, because that's not accurate either, right? But when hearing Christopher Nolan talk about how he wanted to modernize the language, modernize the speech, and he thinks that American accents do that, and then casting Matt Damon as Odysseus and that kind of like beat the bar, and I just think it worked wonderfully. And I think that I've seen a lot of people complain about how there's too many
I
like
should be saying
movie
your
stars.
father pussy. Your
There's too
father
many-
pussy.
There's
He
too many
no come back, you bastard.
There's too many movie stars in this movie, and they think that that's a little bit distracting, and it's a problem. I think it worked incredibly well for what Christopher.
What is the
Nolan was trying to do.
MCU to these people? What do they see? The Amish? What the fuck do they think that is?
No,
It's
and I
literally
get it
just
to a certain point. I
Fortnite
think,
gift shop.
for example, I think John Bernthal and Tom Holland don't work in this movie.
I
Okay.
disagree.
I disagree.
At all.
That's where I'd have to disagree with you on the John
Bernthal
Bernthal part mostly, but Tom Holland, I think I'm just
I think he did
too
really good. I think I'm used
too
to him being
typecasted with him mentally as Spider-Man or something.
Yes,
I don't know
and
what it is, but he's
that's-
just not.
Yep.
Either he's not given enough to do in this film or something. But his character of Temelicus was
You know
not
the
getting
problem?
me.
You know the problem?
It
It's 'cause that
wasn't
boy's
present
saying
when you were-
dad. He's
His
saying
what?
dad. It's because he's saying dad.
That's not
They don't-
the issue.
they
The
don't
problem is
allow
not that
him.
he said
I
dad,
think
brother.
it's because
Get into
the
movie.
issue is because
Movie.
if you don't watch Tom Holland outside of the MCU, all you've seen him in
But
is
you
like
shouldn't because the movie sucked.
15 different Spider-Man films. Yeah. 15 different
I like
Spider-Man. But the guy
I think
is
Cherry.
Of all the time, fuck you.
Cherry
Cherry's
sucked
good.
dick. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Shit was
I like
bland.
Cherry.
Dick. He
This
was
guy
getting-
likes Young Frankenstein. I don't want to hear it. Or Lisa Frankenstein. There we go.
No,
Young
it's
Frankenstein's
just-
actually good.
it's
Yeah,
not
Young
really.
Frankenstein's
It's not really. To me, I feel like that's just the nature of his career right now. We've
Yeah.
only seen him as
He is
Spider-Man,
typecast.
so I think he did okay for what he had. I think John Bernthal. First of all, let's start. Bro didn't say not one single. Let me tell you something, because I was waiting for it.
He got close.
Waiting
Let me
on it.
tell you
No,
something.
that'd be too meta, bro.
Well, no, he kind of did. When he was like, let me tell you about your father. What
He
was
got
that?
close. He got close.
It's almost there.
He
It's
was easy.
almost
But
It's so
I
close.
think he worked. I
I
think he
don't.
worked.
I don't.
I think
forgot he was in
Bernthal
Bernthal.
worked.
I saw him as that bald ass king. I thought he was
I just
cool.
can't believe
I
him to be Benny Safdie's brother. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
He is too
Niggas
handsome.
don't look alike.
He's too handsome.
Look at Benny
His nose
Safdie
is
right
I
now.
just think he's too like Philly coded, bro. I'm like, huh? I get it. It's like I get
Yo,
I get
Philly
everyone's
coded
doing
sounds
them.
like a slur.
Is this
I
guy
see
not
it.
from
I see it.
Baltimore?
It's like I get everybody's from like we're Americanizing it and modernizing it, but it's like he's
Okay.
he's too 2026
He did
coded,
nothing
you know?
to
I
his
see,
modulation.
I see your John Bernthal, and I raise you Travis Scott.
No, he worked.
I
He
liked him.
worked. He
I
was
think
great.
Travis Scott
A man.
Say what you will about Astroworld and the people he killed, allegedly, but I think
Everywhere he
he
got
is.
killed.
I think Travis Scott did fine. I think he had the gravitas. I think he was in the. I think he.
I think he was
felt
meant to be
like a
Homer, and
bard.
that's very funny to me.
No, he's not.
No, I think he's just a bard.
He's a storyteller.
He's
Yeah.
just a bard. Okay,
He's
I
just-
thought he was
he's-
going to be
he's just
Homer.
like
I was like,
a
oh my
leader
god.
of people who tells the stories, which is it's a big thing back then.
Oh yeah.
People couldn't write. I
Yeah.
think he was good.
Agreed.
And also, I forgot what he looked like because the only picture in my head I have of Travis Scott is the
Batman
Batman.
picture. Roach Batman.
Batman.
He didn't look like that. So I think he did great. I fuck with
Look,
Travis.
here's another thing I want to mention about the casting and why I think it's so important.
Mhm.
Christopher Nolan, obviously, we know loves spectacle and loves large scale stuff, right? When you when you're a director, you have a lot of different things that you have to kind of keep track of, right? So the last thing
Right.
you want to do, one of the best things you want to do is cast capable actors that you know will give you what you need, and you don't have to worry about directing them, right? Like you're like, okay, I'll cast this person because I know they're a good actor. I'll let them act. I trust them, and I'll let them make choices. It's why using the same actors is kind of not important, but makes sense.
It's why it works.
It's why it works. You're like, because I understand that they know what I need, and I know that they will deliver. I don't have to worry about it. I can go focus on the fucking making sure that this shot is okay, and that the set is working, and that everything's fine. Because
People can complain all they want about, oh, this actor works with this director too much. Yeah. When you go to work and your boy is there, and you don't have to tell him to fucking feed this person, to clean this, to do that. It's the same as any other job.
Exactly.
If you develop a synergy with someone, that means on the next movie, you don't have to do that, and that's less work.
Why introduce a whole new group of people for you to work with to jam up the workload, and then everybody else is not on the same page?
And what I was going to say is that it's why
he knows their abilities.
It's why this movie could win the best acting, the best casting Oscar, because they did a really great job. And it's like,
I need that
because they cast really talented, capable, consistent actors in the movie, and that's why I feel like that really allowed Christopher Nolan to be like, all right, I need to focus on everything else. So when you have actors like John Leguizamo, you have the fucking Logan Marshall Green, who's in like 2 fucking minutes of this fucking movie,
but he's
incredible. Exactly. You have Anne Hathaway. You have fucking Robert Pattinson. You have Himish Patel. You have fucking.
I was trying to remember that fucker's name. I love him.
He was crazy good.
Oh, Samantha Morton as fucking Cersei.
Tanyongo, my Kenyan queen.
I don't know the guy's name.
The guy
who plays a Russian gangster in every movie, who's just a Greek soldier. The guy with the gold tooth, bald guy.
Oh, he's incredible. He's one of the shitmates.
I love him in everything. But that I saw him and recognized him, but I didn't see him as him. And I think that works. And I think that goes to show just how good this fucking casting is. Yeah. Everyone complaining about, oh, there's black people, there's Indian people. Shut the fuck up. You're gay.
Logan Marshall Green.
Fuck you, kill yourself.
Cosmo Jarvis is apparently in this.
Yeah.
Cosmo Jarvis isn't in this, is he?
No, he's confusing Cosmo Jarvis.
It's Logan Marshall Green.
No. The reason I was saying that is because I googled the Odyssey cast to make sure I didn't mispronounce anybody's name. It says Cosmo Jarvis, and I'm like, that feels cool.
Cosmo Jarvis in this?
That boy using the AI generated results.
But anyways, it's like, and look, and then this is all I'll say about the casting. It's just like, you have actors like John Leguizamo who are throwing 99-mile fastballs. He's out of his fucking mind in this movie. Samantha Morton has one or maybe 2 scenes, and she's out of her fucking mind, commanding every goddamn second that she's on screen. It's like, Anne Hathaway, we love on this podcast. We're pro Anne Hathaway. I don't think she has much to do. I think her character is kind of poor and just kind of like,
it's more of a
that's more of a homer. But it makes sense that Christopher Nolan is a fucking director, right? Because he has that issue over and over again. But it's like, it's just,
if anything, I feel like she speaks on that in this movie. I think
she says it.
Yes, of course. Yeah, exactly. Why can't I? Why does he have to come back? Why can't I?
And also, I think
there's no man sitting on it. I think is probably perfect.
And also, I think she said something along the lines of my legacy in suffering means nothing to the whiskers upon your chin, something along those lines. And I thought that entire scene was amazing. That entire monologue from her was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Where she was
That
basically
world is
like, because we
good.
as the audience know the plan, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
So does Telemachus. He knows the plan, right? And he's trying to like insinuate it to his mother, be like,
Informed.
yeah, do this, because you'll help with the plan, right? But she fully is just like thinking he's out of his mind, like he's talking out of turn, fucking crazy. And so she just lets him have it. And it's like 20 years worth of frustration and rage and conflicted feelings build
Yeah.
up and just unload on her son right there in that moment.
Whoa!
And she delivers an
Unload
entire
on her
monologue with
son.
such venom
What the
where
fuck?
I'm
You
like,
sick fuck, bro.
What did he
Like,
say?
be more
Unload
than
on her
13
son.
years old, please.
You
We are
fucking
talking about
sicko,
the
bro.
Odyssey. This
You
is a
fucking
classy
sicko,
podcast,
bro.
sir. We're talking
He's
about
on-
cinema.
Unload
Thank you.
on
What the
her
fuck are
son,
you
bro.
talking about, man? What
Never
the
heard of
fuck are you
Oedipus?
talking about?
No, hold
man?
on.
Oedipus and his
What
Oedipus and
the
his brother.
fuck are you talking about, man?
Chill, man. Chill.
But
Why is it
But-
repeating?
all that to say, there's multiple people in this movie that I think are just really, really good. Charlize Theron jump scare. I didn't expect her.
Botox
Came
Sharon,
at me
bro.
like the fucking
Hey,
she came at me like
Hey,
the
you
fucking
see the message there,
I'm not
my
expecting
brothers? Do you see the message there?
Uh,
That man was trying to get home to his wife and kids, and who stopped him?
the White Devil.
Mm.
The white devil. You know what? I can't be mad at it, bro. If she
I-
stopped me, from going
I
back to
just
my
really
family,
I
it
really
is
liked
what it
how
is, baby.
actually wait, no, if she stops me from going back to Anne Hathaway, she has to die. Speaking of people who have to die in this movie, I think it is just because I find her character for the limited amount of time she's in there,
Mia
just
Goth.
insufferable. Mia Goth, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
knew where you were because I
Mia
wanted her
Goth's
gone.
character was in here for maybe a total of less than 10 minutes of screen time, right? And that's including speaking lines. I'm telling you, every time you can see her, like even in the back of a frame. And she is like
Greek
that
Greek
one
Earl
bitch that
right there.
broke Tyrion's heart, but worse. Because she speed runs my hatred within the 5 to 10 minutes she's on screen. I hate
Mhm.
her. I hate her so much. And
She's
she's
great.
really good at
Ah,
playing just a
love her.
wicked bitch.
She got no eyebrows.
You know who was out of their
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
mind? And I said this
John
whenever.
Leguizamo.
Well, yeah, he was, but I said this as soon as I walked out of the theater, and I think
Matt Damon.
he might win an Oscar. Matt Damon is out of fucking control in this movie.
And also,
Holy
let me
shit.
just say, it looks good.
He did
Yeah.
look good.
Bro, he was
Bro was-
yoked.
He's
He was fucking yoked.
he's like 70.
Also,
He looks
Trendy
good.
scenes.
and on top of that, I'm not gonna lie. The multiple times where he had the bow, I thought about making a Robin Hood joke, but I was like, it's beneath me. He's Odysseus now.
Well, I'm
He's
glad you
past that.
mentioned it.
But I think
Because
and that goes
dude,
back
he was
to
literally wearing a hood with a bow. I was like, dude,
For a lot of the movie, yeah.
sorry. Can you hear me?
He's like, it's
Sorry,
right there.
sorry.
It's a layup.
Sorry. So I think like that's one of the y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It's like casting Matt
Oh, man.
Damon. It's like it goes back to what I was saying. He's such an incredible actor, but not only that, he's done this before. Like he's no stranger to big franchises. He knows what is required in order for these movies to work, and he knows what's required of him on a set like that. And when you have an actor like Matt Damon, who not only is one an incredible actor, but two a huge movie star,
Mhm.
that kind of is like a sign of intent for like what you want to do
Oh.
with this movie and what you want to do with the casting and how epic in scale
Mhm.
this movie is to be. Because Christopher Nolan was like, I'm gonna make a fucking epic, and guess what? I'm gonna cast the biggest fucking movie stars in the fucking world to
And
tell
Benny
this
Safdie.
historical act and Benny
And then
Safdie. Exactly. But it's like,
Hey,
but you know,
hey,
but like
he ain't
that's
do
just kind of
shit, so it's okay.
it's that kind of like synergy that just kind of is just like, yes, dude, that's exactly what we need. And so I thought Matt Damon gave
Yeah.
a career best performance. It's my favorite performance of his that I probably have ever seen, and
Really, you've
he's
never
full
seen
of
The Bourne
And
Identity.
And thinking back to
mention?
his films that we've recently seen, so we watched The Rip. That's the most recent Matt Damon film I've seen prior to this.
Netflix.
Obviously the Bourne films, Martian, Good Will Hunting, bro.
Mhm.
He's got a good career. Like he's got that's a type of career you want to have where you're doing all types of cool shit. You got some shit like Elysium in there, scattered around, whatever. But for the most part, he's got a really well-rounded career. This is his career-defining moment for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I know all the Bourne films and all that shit, but this right here, like, if he doesn't win an Oscar, I'll be a little bit upset If it's not at least nominated, I'll be really upset. You know.
It will.
But yeah,
It
Hardy,
will.
what
you
are you
know
about to
who
say?
is great?
I was gonna say just a little tiny thing. As
Yeah.
someone who
Mhm.
did not have to read the Odyssey and
I
who
did.
is woefully uneducated because of the Texas public state
School system.
education system, the fact that TSG's logo is Odysseus,
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know that until I saw him do that shit the first time. And I said, I did the Leo meme in my seat. I said, whoa,
whoa.
There
So
it
that's
is.
what that's referencing.
I said that's.
Yeah.
I said I thought they were just creative. That was-
See
Yeah, I
me?
just wanted to
I've
mention
been,
something.
Thought they
I've been
really
you.
I
like
didn't know.
Greece.
I didn't
I've
know.
been you.
The what I really do like about this movie is just a lot of like the little micro acting bits and like the smaller parts, how they have such a big presence. For instance, Elliot Page, my goat,
Great.
Mike
He was
Ching.
incredible.
Sensational.
In his bag.
This man
And
was
I-
out of his fucking gourd when he got stabbed through the fucking chest in front of
the
that.
spear.
I
Oh, but
did
you-
not know why. I did not know the reason. I was thinking, oh my god, they did what they did to Tenok, bro. They just fucking shoved this
Mhm.
nigga off to a bar scene and wasted him. That's
Mhm.
crazy. You don't waste
Bro
Elliot
said,
Page like
bro
that.
said 10 on.
And then they brought it back. I didn't realize until about over halfway through the movie that the storytelling was non-linear because it was flowing so fucking well.
Yeah.
I did not realize that was a
You didn't
wraparound at the beginning.
realize
I did
the
not realize
scenes
that.
dropping left and right.
It because when the moment that it started clicking for me was when it started doing more and more flashbacks, but at the same
Put the
time,
crayons down,
that whole
brother.
incident where Telemachus is going off to go find out more about his dad, I'm like, wouldn't this have happened a little bit before? And then I started making sense, and I was like, oh, that's good.
I think
That's
that's
really good.
the AZ that
And-
speaks to the power of adaptation, right? It's like that's a
No,
really good
genuinely.
narrative.
My fault.
That's a really good choice
Because
on Christopher Nolan's behalf to be like,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to tell this story non-linearly, and I don't remember
Exactly, because if you
that's how
tell
the
if you
original
tell
story is. I don't think so, but
I wouldn't know.
the original story is the same.
Ow,
He
my
does
stomach
pose
hurt.
as a beggar and he impersonates
but it's
and
told
does the little thing and
linearly,
kills the
right?
suitors.
Yeah,
It is
it's
told
told very
linearly, right?
linearly.
Right?
Enough.
But somehow that opening had made me forget
Big
about
ups,
that
Ithaca.
because the
Big
movie
ups,
was so
Ithaca.
well crafted.
Get the cup.
So I was just like the whole time I was just like,
My
wow,
fault. My fault.
this is really captivating. And it also didn't feel like this was just a world that started and ended when the movie did, right? It felt like this was going. And this
Oh,
it tackled Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing. I said
Oh
absolutely.
yeah.
Hmm.
I was saying this movie felt like it was tackling everything and left no stone unturned. It tackled the horrors of war, colonization and expansion, imperialism, right? The military draft. It had a little bit of a Vietnam allegory going, right?
Death of an empire.
It had elitism and classism, right? It had domestic violence. It had fucking everything. It
And
had
niggas with
so much
immeasurable
going for it.
The
And this-
basis of
and
every
this-
story ever told ever.
Yeah, and this coming out of what is essentially a several thousand-year-old
3,000
oral
more than
poem.
that, actually.
I
Way
said
more than
several
that.
thousand. It's
I said
implied.
3,000. I
It's
was like, it's
several.
way more than that.
It's more than 2,000.
It's at least
Is that shit in
five. Who fucking
BC?
cares?
I
Is that
just
shit in
The point
BC?
can
The point is, this is literally just something that was told by some guy in a Greek tavern and in a cave to a group of people, and then we just repeated it. We made it into a couple little books, and
We
of
were
course, we
singing it.
referenced it throughout a lot of media. Like my first encounter with the Odyssey was through the show Arthur on PBS Kids,
That's
right?
crazy.
And I
Yo.
didn't, I didn't know any of like the real nitty gritty details, right?
Read a book,
This
young fella.
has the best
Cartoons
way
down, brother.
of interpreting all of those for the screen. The
Mhm.
way that Circe turns the men into pigs, sculpting their bodies and
Practical
pulling their
effects, by the way.
bones and teeth
Not CGI.
and muscle like clay, like it was very
It was
reminiscent of
indie
like the
pro.
Wolfman transformation. It was very
From an
good. I
Amer- from
really liked the way
American-
this was
Yes.
American
Well,
Werewolf in
American
Paris
Werewolf, yeah.
in London is the
London.
first.
in
American
London.
Werewolf in London
Who was
is
in
the
Paris?
first thing,
Who?
that's the sequel,
Fellas.
right? But American Werewolf
it
in
is-
London is the first thing I immediately thought of when I saw that.
Mhm.
I was like,
Yes,
Christopher
yes.
Nolan, you sick fuck, I love you. But
And-
that also goes.
I was
and-
thinking,
And
is
then
that
even
the lady who jacks off the Indian guy in It's Always Sunny? And I think it was.
Samantha Morton's on It's
I don't-
Always Sunny.
I
That's
think
But-
crazy.
I
I
But
gotta find out.
I
but
don't know
I
what she
think
is,
I think that goes.
but
Chat, is this true?
Go easy.
but like just seeing more parts of the myth reinterpreted with this new visual style, because we knew Nolan wasn't playing it close to the chest doing like traditional Greek shit, because that's what's expected of him. He's fucking Christopher Nolan. He's not gonna do what you expect because he's Christopher goddamn Nolan, right? And so he proceeded to then change multiple things. For instance, that Cyclops design is one of the most inventive and
Yes,
upsetting things I've
bro.
ever seen. The way
Because
that it's not only just its eye right here, but it's very like
the
vestigial.
nose
Like
is
you can
kind
see
of
where the eyes would be on a normal human face,
Yeah.
and then the nose is a little bit
the
crooked,
nose is a little turned.
right? And then the eye is like not even fully dead center; it's like slightly askew. I was
Not only
like,
that,
oh
but
my
just the
god,
simple
that's good.
design choice of turning it vertically as opposed to
Sideways.
horizontally
Yes,
is incredibly
it
like
feels more,
disarming and jarring and kind of like
yeah,
strange.
more uncanny.
But not only that, it's
Yeah.
like having an actual human actor, like you're like that looks human, but not at the same time. And I thought that was a very,
Mhm.
very, very cool design choice. Also, I didn't even realize they used a puppet for a lot of
Yeah.
that. I thought it was just
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
an actual human actor, and then they
I
just
thought it was rotoscope. Yeah.
yeah, but
it
there was
was
like there was a lot of puppetry involved. I was like, that's incredible, man, and it just goes to
it was
show.
very reminiscent of what's his name, Ray and Harryhausen. Ray
And it,
Harryhausen.
yeah,
I can't.
it goes to
The
show like how
father of
incredible
stop motion.
At a cartoon.
that cartoon motherfucker. But I
He's
just
the
want to say, like,
cartoon.
look,
Off
Christopher
all
Nolan was
cartoons.
in his fucking bag, man. But like, I just want to mention some of the set pieces that I really, really, really like enjoyed in
Did
the
anyone tear
movie.
up?
I did not tear up because I'm a grown man, but I really liked and I know the story also, but like some of the set pieces I really enjoyed are like that for the Cyclops scene. Obviously, I thought was incredible.
Mhm.
The Cersei transforming all his crew members into pigs was fucking
My favorite.
awesome. And my favorite of the
list.
whole movie was the siren scene.
Ooh, where he was.
Yeah, I think that scene
He
is
was doing the
so.
Tyrese.
Bro stepped
That-
on a Lego.
He's doing the Tyrese. That scene was so.
Please.
That scene is like what I really loved about it was that how like withdrawn from everything we were. He filmed them
Mhm.
from afar. All you could see was the outline and silhouettes of the sirens on the rock. You knew there was women there, and you don't hear anything. You can't hear the
Yeah.
siren song, but you
Yes.
see Matt Damon acting his fucking ass off, and that tells you all you need to know about that experience and what
And
it
it
was.
muffles the sound for a
And
bit.
it's
For those of you-
incredible.
For those
I
of you
can't
who
wait for
are
people to go on
tapped
Twitter and
into-
just edit horrible songs.
Any Taylor Swift
Fiend.
song.
We're putting Fiend in the
It's
background.
just sicko mode.
Sicko mode fucking rips. What are you talking
It's hard
about?
as fuck. It is hard as fuck. So it's
I
Fiend.
hate
Anyways.
But no, for those of you who know about like
I'm down to
I've
see
seen different interpretations of sirens in animation, TV, whatever. They do a lot to, I don't know, sexualize the sirens, show how this is men's downfall. They're falling for it. They listen to what you want the most. I love the way that they, like Louis said, the way they portrayed it, the way he described the siren song. We didn't have to hear shit. He said it's everything that you want that you can't have. I was like, holy fuck.
That monologue is some of the
Holy
best writing
fuck.
Christopher Nolan has ever done in his life.
Insane.
is-
Clearly,
is-
you haven't seen The Dark Knight Rises.
insert Gunna
Next
writing with
part,
the
one of
fire
us from the
pen.
wreckage, brother.
That's the best writing
No,
Christopher Nolan's done in his
Do you
right
feel
life.
in charge?
Fuck the machinist.
No, it's really it's an incredible scene. It's an impactful scene. You see the men fighting their urges.
Mhm.
What's his name? Oh boy, Takeshi Kovacs jumped off the boat, swam to his doom.
Incredible shit.
That was him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Oh.
I was
But
wondering
also-
who that was.
and then
So,
my-
like, this
and then
guy
my
looks
other-
familiar.
My other favorite scene is obviously the end, whenever he fights all the suitors and fucks them up.
That one-
Incredible shit.
So earlier when I was saying there's like about 8 scenes.
Everybody
where I
was getting loot
bored
boxes. and he
in
was
my chair. When he said what's that clip from 28 years later?
It was all grays.
Which one?
Wherever ATJ is like
Right. Fucking.
me telling the story of how Polybus got smoked.
I-
up.
Oh yeah.
He said,
I'm not gonna lie.
"You're a
That entire sequence where he's
Counting
fighting
and
the
not counting
scooters was
Greek
so cool
violence.
for me, because up until that point, I like how a lot of the mythology, minus like maybe like the Cyclops, because that's just bro, like the Cyclops and like the giants, right? A lot of
Mhm.
it kind of
The
skews
last
this
two
line
fucks,
where
they
like
were
you
fucking
don't
sick.
see the
insane scene.
where you don't see the gods truly, like in their the true divine glory, like you would in like a Clash of the
You don't.
Titans or Percy Jackson or some shit. I
Thank
like
God.
how you don't see them, you just see the effects they do and you assume it's the gods, kind of like people would do around this time. That's a really good way to showcase that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The
I like
fact,
that a lot. It
yeah,
was a nice little subtle thing.
Christopher was like, the gods don't matter. I mean, they matter in the context of like these people's existence, right? Like they believe in them and they
This
pray
is
to
not
them
their
and
story.
they call to them. But it's like that's not what matters. What
Mhm.
matters is what people do because of their belief to said God, right?
Mhm.
Like what you decide and choose to excuse and not excuse and do for this, you know, in the name of these gods that you believe. And it's like I agree with you. I think that's such an incredible choice to like not show the gods, not have them come up. They're just like, oh, that's the son of Poseidon, right? And it's like the
Yeah.
fucking the Cyclops. You're
Cyclops.
like, oh, that's cool.
Polyphemus. Polyphemus.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're like,
All know
yeah,
it.
that was just great shit. Great shit.
I got bullied in high school. No, it's no, truly. Like, I think the way that this stands out, like you said, doesn't show like if this had been whoever the fuck directed Clash of Titans, the Odyssey, we would have seen
bullshit.
Zeus strike him down. We've seen Poseidon, this motherfucker beef, he shot my son in the eye, I'm gonna fuck up his life. Like we've seen
Yeah.
all types of shit that we don't necessarily need
Yeah.
in this movie because this is about Odysseus and his. And I like the way that in this depiction, he himself is depicted as is almost described as like a godly figure, like a legendary
Yeah.
figure. They're like, oh, he's not. When we last saw Odysseus, he's not around. We don't care. That's when we're trying to fuck on his wife. Then he shows up at the end and shows niggas who he is, bro. It's on that time. I was so dialed in, bro. I about near stood out my seat when he was.
You know how I knew we had a generational movie on our hands when we were sitting. It was like hour like 2:20, 2 hours and 20 minutes. I was like, man, these normies are not gonna like this shit. And then that guy says, "You're all this," and then he gets kirked up. And
Kirked
you know,
up. I told you
and in my theater, bro, people were like, "Let's go!" People were like hype as fuck.
I straight up said Charlie Kirk in like max volume. I was like, you know what? I might get beat
the
up.
moment that nigga said Euro dit, and then he takes off his hood. I was like, oh no.
But the fact that people,
it's like in the Dark Knight
you
when you hear
the wrong
Dark
man
Knight
to put in
theme.
the chair, brother. He doesn't sit in the hotel chair. He does the fucking. This is Odysseus, brother. He's the champion.
That scene was incredible, bro.
I also liked how they justified the level of skill by not having like Tom Holland's character fucking face like anybody, those suitors, because they would have kicked his ass, right? Because they're reasonably trained, right? They're just like
not because that. Because if he did it, then they would have every
it's
right
part
to
of
kill
Zeus's
him.
law, bro.
And now he can't be king, and they can kill him.
But also, it's also because it would be like 12 of them, and we wouldn't really be able to tangibly buy that Tom Holland, the man who had to be saved by his father, right, would be able to take on that many people. So they put him in a much more confined space against a guy who I'm only calling Jingle Jangle because
Logan Marshall Green.
Jingle is crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm just calling him Jingle Jangle, man. I'm calling him Jingle. The guy's an elf on a shelf, bro. Usually it feels like a cheap 80s callback, right? Like something like sweep the leg, Jimmy, you know, like some Karate Kid shit like that, right? Whenever they have a callback in a movie, I find it kind of just like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess we got to reference the thing from the beginning. But the way that John Leguizamo delivers that line of "I told you, too loud," he shuts the door. I was like,
that shit was funny, bro.
Good.
And that's the great thing about
Good
this
job.
movie. It blends, you know, action, drama, comedy. That was a funny bit in this movie. Granted, it's not like everyone's laughing, but whatever. You get a little chuckle.
Everybody chuckled. Everybody like let out the air.
This is to me, this is cinema, bro. This is a perfect film. I'm gonna go straight into my rating off that energy. This is a 5.
Y'all got any more thoughts? Y'all want?
Yes. This film is a fucking masterpiece of micro acting because just the little tiny bits that I could see. Because I ended up getting seats that were way too close to the screen, like still decently like far away, but like still pretty close. And so I could like really look at the whole I could really like look at the whole screen like kind of up close and notice things I wouldn't if I was further back. And there's like this I don't know if this is a choice or this is just how Robert Pattinson talks, but he has this weird little face twitch that he does.
That was
With
a
hard
character
R
choice.
beggar.
That was a character choice.
When he says hard R
Okay.
beggar.
We didn't mention
Not
that.
even
Robert,
when he says
Robert,
beggar.
in
It's
his bag, like
it's
always.
whenever he's
insane.
portraying like this sniveling slimy worm, like if Loki and Joffrey had a horrible child.
Robert
Like
Pattinson,
he's really good.
as someone
He
who,
had a
you know,
crazy jawline.
as an actor, like Robert Pattinson is not only somebody I really admire because of his
Yes.
talent, but because he's always having fun, bro. He's having a fucking blast on whatever movie he's on. Because he's like, I'm here to have a good time. I'm gonna make this fucking weird ass choice. And
Shout out Sidetail. Shout out Sidetail, Graham. You know,
bro.
what?
This is. I know now too. I looked it up.
Sidetail?
I read.
Dude.
You're gonna find out. You're
Dude,
gonna find out. Yeah, you're gonna find out,
I need you to memorize the term face dancer.
bro.
Oh, from Dune.
When
Dune.
I googled,
yeah.
remember when we're talking about? I think we were talking about during Dune 2. I googled Gola, and then that's how I end up on a rabbit hole. And I was like, oh
Goyim?
shit,
You Google
This is
Goyim.
it. Goyim.
It's a future Goyim.
No, Rob is on an insane run right now. Think about the films that have come out this year, come out recently, and are coming out later this year.
No,
You got
this
the
year.
Primetime-
The drama.
The drama. Prime time comes
Dune
out
2.
Whenever. Dune 3,
Dune 3,
and in 2028 when we finally get the Batman 2.
2030.
Shit. Yeah, 2037, whenever it comes up. But he's been on an insane run. And I think at this point, if you don't have him in your top 5 of actors, I don't know what to tell you, bro. He's really fucking good.
Yeah.
And that's an understatement. Boy, you like cartoons. Go watch The Boy and the Heron right now. Put that shit on, bro.
Anything? Anybody else? Any more thoughts? Any last comments?
I really do think, speaking of small parts that need to be celebrated, I think Lupita Nyong'o's entire little, like, very quick, rapid fire lines when she's hugging Themistocles, like, goodbye.
Yes.
Right. Where she's like, I'm sorry for what has been committed in my name, this, that, and the third. I was like, oh, God. Oh, she's not good. She's not doing good. Oh, no. Oh, no. It was so good, dude. And I'm also really glad because prior to watching this movie, all I saw on Twitter was people being like, hey, don't Google who plays Agamemnon because it's going to kill your boner. It's going to kill any attraction you could have.
See,
and I was like, all right, I won't Google it until after the film. And then when I saw the face close up, it almost gave it away. I was like, what is it? It looks like a speed draw brunette version of the guy who's from Dear Evan Hansen. But there's only one guy I know who looks that off-putting. There's only one person I know that's that off-putting who looks like an SNL ex-cast member. And then I saw him, and I was like, fuck.
It looks like a 1940s propaganda poster.
No,
I really do not like him.
When I was forced
he
to
looks like one of those black and white Steamboat Willie drawings of like Bluto. Like I just hate his face. I hate his face so much.
Go watch. No, so you saw Oppenheimer, right?
It looks like a 1940s like Ford.
I actually don't think I've seen Oppenheimer. I came to that conclusion the other day. I don't think I've seen it.
He's in Oppenheimer. He's good in Oppenheimer. He's not bad.
I'm glad you told me in advance before I got jump scared.
I think the realization. He belongs in the Agamemnon mask. No, that's the thing too. Let me talk about Agamemnon.
Vertebrae on the fucking helmet, dude. Oh my god.
Whenever he'd be walking, all you see is the back of the helmet, then he'd turn around and everyone's bowing. I'm like, that's some fucking aura. That's a commanding presence.
The way
and the whole bit about him coming home and his wife is like, I'm gonna fucking kill this dude. You don't even see his face. It's crazy good. It's like a split second. This is
Also,
cinema.
The scene,
bro,
that helmet is so damn sick. I want it. I want that. I want that spine helmet. It's so goddamn ill, bro. Yeah. It's so fucking sick. And also, speaking of Agamemnon, bro, there's a scene that wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was when they go to the shores of the dead of Hades, and he just glides.
Yeah, he glides up.
I did laugh because he's just like.
Yeah, that Hades scene is really, really good.
Let's talk about
It's
it.
so good.
That's such a powerful scene too, because you really see Elliot Page's abilities in that moment too.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
crazy delivery, crazy line delivery. When we saw the trailer, I was like, I was telling my girlfriend Ashley, I was like, in the trailer, I did not put that together that was Hades, because there's no way to tell. Usually when
Yeah.
they're like, oh, you're going to Hades,
Yeah.
it's going to be you get the river Styx, you get Charon and guiding you across the river. You see some souls floating around in the water. This is a perfect way to take that moment and portray it on the screen. I love this.
Yeah.
Good God.
Even the way
good
that
Zeus.
Elliot voices
Zeus
the
down.
line of when he's describing how in the Trojan horse he's like, I was right there with you. I was right there by your side.
Mhm.
And he's like, nigga, that don't mean shit to me.
He said, "I didn't
What
know."
is that? He said, I forgot exactly the line. And he's like, are these pitiful words supposed to bring me some comfort? Am I supposed to be relieved in my death? And when he says that his father visited him as a shade, the moment he said as a shade, I was like, oh God. Oh no.
Mhm.
Biracial king.
No. Odysseus, you broke a home. You horrible man.
But then also, here's the thing:
Like,
it's
oh
like
my God.
that also goes to show what a great performer Ben Affleck, right? His boyfriend Matt Damon is, because
It's contagious.
it's like Odysseus. Odysseus is like he makes a lot of like bad decisions, right? He
Really
fucks a lot
He's
of
not a
people.
great guy.
He's not. He fucks a lot of people.
For a brilliant tactician, he makes a lot of stupid ass
And
decisions.
he fucks a lot of people over. But the
He'd
fact
be a great American military leader.
But the fact that it's like you're just so behind him the entire time, and you're just like, man, I really want him to get home to his family, despite all the people that have died in his command, and all this other bullshit. I don't know. It's just props, Matt Damon.
It was
and Elliot Page. That
like,
Hades scene is incredible. It's so fucking
That's
good.
one of the scenes where I lean forward in my
like,
chair.
by the way, some of your unburied who would like to return the favor of the disrespect they've been shown. I was like, oh, so they're just gonna like have a peaceful conversation, and they're running. Okay, this is bad. This is
Another
bad.
scene,
Fucking,
another
oh my God.
Another misdirect in the trailer, because it's him running.
Yes,
He's like, let's go. And I thought it was them going to war. And it's no, he's running from his dead soldiers.
From his demons.
Like, that's fucking
They
crazy.
managed to make that so.
They're his demons.
Wait, what, Gerardo? Say that again?
I was saying in the most basic sense, they are his demons. He's running from his demons.
Yeah.
So fucking well done. And it's so obvious on a rewatch of the trailer. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. If only someone had made me read this, epic. Right?
If only I had read this shit as a kid.
And it's neat because he has multiple times where he says that he doesn't believe in the gods or he doesn't back them because he alone is responsible for his actions and he alone is to atone for them. But he's also actively denying the part of himself that could accept any of the wrong he's done. Right? He's grappling with the duty he feels to Agamemnon as his like true king, right? And his legion to his people, and all the men he's let die over that 10 years of them rotting on the beach, and then he sees the pent-up rage that they just inflict on innocent people. There were multiple times where I saw women just getting dragged in the back, and I'm like, they're not. That's bad. Bad things are happening there.
It's not even like implied. It's spelled out. It happened.
Yeah.
It's very spelled out.
But you can hear it if you're paying attention. It's rough.
Yeah, and it's just so incredibly heart-wrenching how you see this man who is portrayed as a good man, who feels like he is a good man, who always tries to do right by people. We even establish it with just the same cookie-cutter thing that you'll see as a lot of like ways to establish a protagonist is good by him saving a dog about to be thrown off a cliff. Like he's just a good guy, right? But like all humans, he's flawed. Odysseus, unfortunately, is flawed much more than a lot of us would be because he has to make these tactical decisions in a time of war. But he leads many men to his death. He always lives by this philosophy of the needs of the many outweigh the few. But when he's the last left of both the few and the many, he has no idea what the fuck to do with himself. He just keeps on running.
Well, yeah,
because that's all he knows.
It's easier to make those decisions when it's other people's lives hanging in the balance, right? Hanging in the balance. When it comes to you, whether or not you get home, right? That's a different discussion.
And even
it's easy to be like, well, this
with,
benefits. It's easy to be like, well, this benefits the majority of us when your life's not on the line. But
Right. He's one of those people that learns in hindsight purely like a lot of epic heroes of Greek old, right? Like your Hercules or even like Theseus, like all these other heroes that have just learned in hindsight, right? And so what I find like really impactful and really powerful is just like with the Trojan War when they finally break through the walls after that 10 years and he sees, what his actions have wrought. He doesn't learn until it's too late, until there's bodies at his feet, just like with his men, right? He's at first like when they just get the Cyclops, yes, a couple of us died, but the rest of us will survive, right? We used to honor them by living, right? It's only when there's fewer and fewer people, when there's more and more venom from his men spat at him, that he realizes the consequences of his actions. And then he's just left to stew in that and point that finger at himself at the very end. Even when he's like, I am not Odysseus. He's not even just doing that to hide. He's doing that because he has not earned his name yet. And he still feels like he hasn't earned his name even after. Because he's not Odysseus anymore. He's a new man.
That's why the end left. It's still good. That's why the end is so good, and that's why that end works so well, because it's like it is a happy ending, right? But there are kind of like it is bittersweet a little bit in a sense, right? Because it's like you have Odysseus, and he came back and he got his family, and now his son is king, but he still has a lot of rights.
Immediately abandon his.
Yeah, he still has a lot of wrongs he has to right, right? He needs to go honor the men that he sacrificed in order to get back home and give them like the proper like goodbyes that they need. But at least he's got his wife on his side, right? So it's like it was worth it in the long run. But those people, and so it's like he is still trying to grapple with like the results of his actions, but at least he's trying to right them, right? And it's like he is a really flawed and complex character. But again, that's why you need an actor as good as Matt Damon to kind of like be like, you're like, I don't know, man. I root for this guy and I want him to succeed, even though he is not perfect, And so, yeah, man, fucking ripped banger.
Those are the best to me. Those are the best stories, having flawed characters where they have to make so many different decisions, and you really see the humanity of these characters. Yeah. Human nature. When you're put in between a rock and a hard place, no pun intended.
Can't you see it's human nature? Why?
When he's on the island, making a calypso, like, see that girl,
sharp ass jaw
with the fucking Botox.
No, it's the thing about, and it's not even just Odysseus. Everyone in this movie was making decisions. This is like we talked about Game of Thrones and House of Dragon the other day. When you play the Game of Thrones, either you win or die. Everyone in this story was making decisions for whether it be their own well-being, the success of the success of the kingdom, what have you, whatever the reason may be. People were making some pretty fucking selfish decisions. But overall, you get to see the humanity, the human nature of each character. I cannot.
Except for what is the name of John Bernthal's character, the brother of Agamemnon again?
Menelaus.
What was it?
Menelaus.
Yes.
I just became Greek like 2 days ago. My fault. I'm still learning.
Menelaus is a tried and true piece of shit. He's just a bad man. There's nothing more or less to him. He maimed his wife.
I'd argue that.
Did he maim his wife?
Is that what? I don't know if that's confirmed.
It's implied.
I would argue that Agamemnon
when he's like
worse.
the one that launched 1,000 ships, and then he's like, well,
maybe
I guess 500. Look at her. She's a fucking butt of me. I'm like, oh, you did that. You're a bad man. You're a bad man.
Yeah, he's not a good guy. He's not a good guy.
But I'd argue, I'd still argue that there's other worse characters. For example, Antonius, Rob's character, Agamemnon.
He is a draft dodger.
As swagged out as he is, he's still.
But Agamemnon is like, how you be like, wind's not strong enough. Better throw my daughter off this cliff.
He said, ah, shit. Poseidon.
Better throw my mixed race daughter off this fucking rock.
He's like, baby, please, we can make another one, all right? This one's going to the weather service. And just fucking spirals her shit.
Bro, he yeeted his child.
Unless he stabbed her, which he probably did himself because he's a fucking Power Rangers villain.
That's how she killed him. His wife.
Got aura though. Do we already do ratings? Everybody get your ratings out.
Yeah.
Like I said, mine
I gotta
5 out of
give it.
5.
Oh, last but not least, the
And I
design
put a like on.
of Scylla. I like how Scylla's like this weird thing that just lives
Yes.
inside of a rock.
It
I
doesn't
like
look
that.
like
I
I
don't.
was expecting a snake face type of thing. It's just this weird tentacle that comes out and yoinks.
Oh,
the
yes.
motherfucker
That's-
off the boat.
Yes,
And that's arguably worse. That's arguably worse, and
Yeah.
it's so
I
fucking
had to
freaky.
pee, I
I
didn't
love
see
it.
What happened?
I said I had to pee, I didn't see Scylla.
That's a damn shame.
I
I gotta give this.
I'm going again next week.
It's creative. It's inventive. I will be seeing it again so I can watch it in IMAX. This all in all, this is a 5 out of 5 for me.
Mhm.
It's not my favorite movie of the year still, but it is top 3.
What is it? What is your favorite movie of the year?
It's Obsession. It's
knew
1,000% Obsession. I fucking love Obsession so much.
I knew he said
Interesting.
It's made by not only one of my favorite up and coming directors, but in general, I just really think it's a beautifully crafted movie. And for a debut, it's fucking sensational.
He's not gonna
Nolan's
fuck you, though,
established.
bro.
He's had his fucking time, and this is
He's
good.
not gonna fuck
He
you,
might.
bro.
We don't
I
know.
think he gets second place.
I'm kidding. Great pick.
Yeah.
All right. Harold, your
I'll go
ratings?
next. My rating matches. 5 stars. I think it is the best
Crazy.
movie I've seen this year.
Wow.
I think Obsession is great, but it's not anywhere near as good.
Yeah.
Although I love that movie.
Obsession's still up there too. Though.
But yeah, this movie was great. I think it has everything we need. I think it's a beautiful love letter to, epics while being an epic, and it's so good, and everybody's in their fucking bag, and there's no
Tom Holland.
No weak links.
Fine.
No weak links.
Fine. I think it's his best performance,
True, bar none.
bar none. And I think he isn't a weak link. I wouldn't say a weak link, but I don't think he detracts from this movie. I just know that you don't like him, and that's fine. You can think what you want. You can
I'm
be
a
wrong.
hater.
You are, and that's fine, and I respect it. But I think he did really good, and I like this movie. And Gilgamesh and Kidu next, please.
No, we
Robert
should
Eggers.
make-
Whoa. Also,
Robert Eggers,
fucking
Gilgamesh.
what's his name?
Love
The Dr. Dre nigga, Corey Hawkins is good in this.
That's crazy.
I forgot.
He's the
Dr.
Dr. Dre.
I was like, why do I recognize?
I was
him?
gonna say
That's
from
so
Hey,
Benny
Dr.
from
Dre.
the
That's
In the
amazing. I
Heights.
know, man.
Benny from In the Heights was
In the Heights.
bro.
Yeah, Corey Hawkins
He's
is a
Benny.
really good, just
Yeah,
like
Benny.
East Atlanta nigga in this.
That movie was dog shit. Thank God I didn't watch
What
it.
do you mean
Anyway,
he's a Juilliard trained actor? Not that
I don't fucking care. Move on. Ratings. Let's go. Fuck off.
Man.
All right, said 5 out of 5, bro. This shit
Okay.
banger.
He knows.
This one.
Go ahead,
it's
hit
gonna
that
be-
4.5,
I'm
Louise.
gonna
Yeah.
predict my
Now, at
rating.
least explain your 4.5.
Yeah, humor us, the people with pitchforks and torches. Is he cycling through muted and unmuted for anyone else?
Yeah,
or
what's
am I
going on?
Well, it looks like he can't.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We're trying to communicate in Morse code.
ran-
See,
he ran
even
away.
even them people was about to silence his dumb ass. Look at that. Oh my god, he's back.
It's still doing it.
Doing the same thing.
It's still doing it.
They gotta silence him. They know his opinion's not to be bullshit.
He's trying.
Oh my
The good
God.
people at StreamYard were like, no. Sometimes
We can't let
we
him
do
slander
need
this
to be
way.
censored. A little bit of slander.
Oh my God.
It's freedom of
sprinkle.
speech
Let's sprinkle.
sometimes.
Indeed. I'm looking through this cast. Honestly, everybody on here is pretty. Oh, Bill Irwin was in this. I don't know how I didn't notice that.
He was the lead performer for the Cyclops for Polyphem.
Okay, it makes more sense. I really was so captivated by this movie. I saw it open with Travis Scott, and then when it got back to him, it took me 5 minutes of him being on screen to be like, "Oh yeah, that is Travis
Come
Scott."
back.
Yeah, because
Unfortunate.
Travis Scott did
But-
good in this movie.
I'm here. Can
But
you
But he
hear
was
me?
actually really good.
You didn't recognize him because he did great.
Can you hear me?
He also had like
Yes.
nicer braids than he usually has.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
My rating is 4.5 stars.
Explain it.
I thought it was a great movie.
Speak plainly,
really great.
boy.
Why not
It's
five?
not a it's not a fucking masterpiece. What are we talking about?
Why?
Masterpiece is like a perfect movie.
Why?
Yeah, why?
It's not. we don't have.
I've seen
we
your
don't have enough
letterbox.
time.
What are its flaws?
Yeah.
Tom Holland, John Bernthal. The intro is too fucking expository. I told you this.
Wrong.
What are we talking
What
about?
now? What next?
I don't even think these are really flaws. These are all things that you said were immediately rectified by the
called-
next several
These
hours
are
of the
called
movie.
I said
preferences.
John Bernthal and Tom Holland's performances were rectified by the next.
You literally just
Okay,
said that Tom Holland
Okay.
gave his best performance of his career.
And he was still ass. What the fuck? What are we
Oh
talking
my
about?
Oh my God,
What?
bro
What
can't
are we
be proud of
talking-
nothing.
Saying
Bro
that it's
can't
saying
shit
that it's
Detroit, bro.
saying that it's his best performance doesn't mean that it was good. It
That's
means that when you
crazy.
do dog shit and now you do just shit, that's better. Dog shit is better than dog shit, right? Human shit is better than dog shit.
Arguable.
So-
Crazy.
I don't know if
statement.
that's true.
fine.
Which
That's
one
okay.
tastes better?
What type of shit we talking about?
Dog shit or shit? Exactly.
Stop.
Still shit at
Stop
the end
wherever
of the
this is
day.
going. Stop wherever this is going. That was
Everybody
gross. That was so gross. I would have put a
obviously-
moratorium on that.
Obviously, he's not terrible, but I think I just don't. He's just he's just Peter Parker. Anytime
You
he
know
does an
why?
American-
You know why? Because he has to
Why?
say dad.
His American accent is just mediocre, and so
Yeah.
and whenever
No,
he does it,
listen,
it's Peter
listen.
Parker.
Bro, listen, I will take Tom Holland's American accent any day than having to hear Tom Hardy's, guys, bro, man, I don't want to hear that.
Tom Hardy Odysseus.
No, he's not
Tom
wrong.
Hardy
Whenever I saw
Telemachus
Logan Marshall
piss me the
Green,
fuck off.
I have to be
Stop,
thinking of
man.
Logan Marshall Green as
Stop.
not Tom Hardy because every time I see him, I think he is, and I get scared he's going to do an American accent again.
Except Logan Marshall Green is American.
Watch the bike riders. You're gonna be pissed off, bro.
Yeah, that was
You're gonna be mad as fuck.
I do want
Nah.
to watch Park Riders again. Anyway,
I want to watch Upgrade
Banger,
again.
watch it, check it out. It rips.
Watch this movie.
Speaking of rips, this episode ripped.
tell Luis
Matt,
why
take
he's
us
wrong.
out.
He does have a point. This episode did rip. Thank you guys for coming along this Odyssey
Mhm.
with us as we discuss
Mhm.
great cinema. Once again,
Mm.
your favorite boys are back at it. Do us a favor and follow our favorite boys over at Backstage XP. Dave was recently interviewing Sadie Sink prior to this, the premiere of what's the movie we've been glazing for months now?
Brand
Big
new
BDC.
day.
Brand new day coming up. My fault, gang. I can't believe I forgot that shit.
I need to buy tickets
Um,
to that immediately.
Already got mine. I'm locked in.
Miami's too.
But yes,
Fuck, I
please
need to
check
buy
out what they got going on. They're going to be doing some more interviews coming up with the cast and crew of Brand New Day. And of course, other movies coming out throughout the rest of the year. Please tap in with them. Follow them at Backstage XP. Their at name will be in the ticker and in the description. And speaking of following homies, follow our big homie AZ at Tari
Oh,
Singo. Talk to
brother,
the folks,
brother, I
bro.
got announcements. I got
What you got going
announcements
on?
out the wazoo. You wouldn't believe. All right, so as you can see, my background is new because I'm not in the same place I once was, the reviewer. That's right. We're about to make. You may have noticed 3 days back to back I streamed, and that's 3 days more back to back that I did all of last year. That's kind of an accomplishment.
We
More
love it. We love it.
for games also over at twitch.tv/TariSingle where you can find me. We're doing new Filthy Casuals. We're doing a show I do called PvP, Panel versus Picture, where I compare the book and film adaptations of things because sometimes, the book is better. Other times, it's really not.
Mhm.
Then there's
Like the boys. Speaking of the boys,
there's also it looks like one of my uncles, but
I thought that was my uncle.
Matt, bring that book in a couple days. I need to read it.
This one's book 3.
But
Bring
also
Paul.
there's Filthy Casuals, the comic book game show where I prove who is a real nerd versus who is not in a Jeopardy style game show. But it's not Jeopardy because legally I can't call it that. And then
Danger.
last but not least, there is a show me and my buddy Isaac are doing called Check This Out, where we check out different pieces of media that we haven't seen and we show it to one another and be like, hey, we're doing
Motherfuckers invented watching movies.
we watch movies that the other
Hey,
hasn't
watch
seen,
this shit,
and
all right? And they be watching shit.
yeah, and we watch together and we get like each other's first thoughts on it. It's a fun time. We crack
Sounds
jokes.
beautiful.
Mystery
Recently,
Science
we
Theater.
recorded an episode for Obsession. and we're gonna be because I showed it to my buddy Isaac and he hadn't seen it, so that's gonna be very fun whenever that episode's out.
Now on Peacock,
And we also are recording episodes this upcoming week on Pluribus because my buddy John hasn't seen it, so we're gonna be going through those. That'll probably be like in 3-episode chunks, so look out for that. But yeah, a lot of new stuff coming around, and you will like it. If you don't, I will cry.
You're cooking like a motherfucker.
And if you make
That is a
AZ
threat,
cry, I
no
will
problem.
find you and take all the batteries out of everything you own in your home and unscrew the light bulbs just slightly enough where your shit don't turn on.
I'll give you
because it's
$50 if
broken.
you make AZ cry.
Damn. Luis putting hits out. Meanwhile, I'm threatening people's lives.
Just for liking Doomsday. That's it. That's the only reason.
No, dead ass. That is a just self-defense at that point.
And if you like Doom, go ahead and check us out on Cinestro Core, twitch.tv/Cinestro as we play games like Marvel Rivals and other games too. We got so much coming out this year. We're trying to do some playthroughs. I'm trying to get my freaking PS5 to be on board with the whole remote play thing. Anybody with better tech support brain than me, please help me out. But also follow us at all platforms at Cinestro Corp. We still need a social media in charge person, or I won't say manager because that implies that we will pay you. I don't have no fucking money, dog. I can't even pay myself. We do this shit for free.
You can hang out you can talk in our group chat, which is lit.
Yeah, you can chat shit with the man them.
You can build your court case against us for all the really offensive, cancelable shit we don't say on air.
Whenever I become whenever I get a career, y'all can cancel me.
Yeah, we talk about how much we love AI and certain states that I can't even say those straight face. We hate them. We hate both of those things.
I talk about how much I love Israel.
If you hate AI but you love this episode, like I said, give us a shout out, give us a follow. Send this to 3 friends, watch 3 movies, and chat to us. Tell us what you watched. Until then, stay awesome. Brush your teeth. Do not fuck around with the Cyclops. Watch like 14 movies before Saturday, and we will see y'all at the movies.
Bow on him.
Peace.
We're the kings of the screen, yeah. Cinestro Core, we're the dream, yeah. New episode Saturday afternoon. We in your ear, that comic book crew. More good it takes what we do. Cinestro Core, we're the crew.